In this video, we're going to be looking at the subject of delivery in more depth, right? To me, delivery simply means how you transport your bars from the page onto the beat. So your bars are what you want to transport, and your voice is the vehicle you're going to use, right? Whereas your flow is the rhythm and the pattern in which you say your words. So something like spit bars using deep intelligence, even write bars in my sleep. You fed against stop with the lies you're speaking irrelevance. So that's the rhythm, that's the pattern to say the words. Whereas your delivery has more to do with the pitch and the volume of your voice and also the energy of your performance. So is it a bouncy energy? Is it an angry energy? Is it a friendly energy, right? All that would determine how good your delivery is. So with that being said, if your pattern and your rhythm's all good but it has no extra layer to it, it has no energy, right, and your voice is pretty monotone, it's going to get very boring and flat. And that's the reason your delivery is a very important part of your flow, of the way your flow sounds, right? And if you can get it right, it can really complement your flow. There's 4 things that can stunt your delivery and make it sound sloppy. Well, there's more, but in my experience, these are the 4 main things. And the first one is not matching the vibe of the track, right? So it could be an energetic track, a bouncy track, where you're coming with more of a storytelling, chill vibe, or something else, or vice versa. And you can see how that would mess up your delivery in a way, right? And a good way to avoid this or to fix this is to actually write your bars to the instrumental that you plan on making a track on, right? And that way you can get the vibe of the instrumental, and your bars will be along the same vibe. Your energy when you're writing will be along the same vibe. And when you go to perform it, when you go to record it, once the instrumental was on, it will remind you, put you back into that vibe, that state that you was in when you was recording the verse, right? And that's why it's a really good strategy to always write to that instrumental, write to the same vibe, and then when you're performing it with the same vibe, right? The second thing, as we all know and as we all have experience with, is a monotone voice, right, when you're spitting, right? And this is very common because we get used to speaking in a normal way when we're having a normal everyday conversation with someone, and we might get into the habit of doing that and then bring it over to our performances when we're performing our bars, right? But a good way to fix this, right, is to have a better vocal variety, a better vocal range, right? And that doesn't mean your voice is all over the place, it's over there and over here and over there, right? But look at it this way, right? A good way to fix this, a good way to look at this is when you're with someone that you know and you enjoy their company, and you have an exciting story that you want to tell them, right? There's something on your mind and you're really excited about and you want to tell them, right? The same way you would tell them that news, that exciting news that excites you, with the same energy, with the same vocal range, right? Is how you want to deliver your bars, right? Just put yourself in those shoes of every time you've talked to someone you know you're really comfy with, and you've got some exciting news or something that's excited you that you want to tell them, right? You don't tell them in a monotone voice, in a boring voice, right? You're really excited about it, you have the energy about it, you have more vocal range, right? And that's how you want to deliver your bars, right? It's the best way you could fix having a monotone voice when you're in the booth, right? And the third thing that could stop you, can mess up your delivery, is lack of oxygen. Is sometimes when we're spitting our bars, right, especially if you're spitting to a really fast grime beat and you're going on, right, you could forget to breathe, or you could breathe at the wrong time, and this messes up your delivery, messes up the bar. You know, you don't have enough energy to get out the word because you're suffocating here, you forgot to breathe, right? And a good way that I like to do, how I like to measure my breaths when I'm performing is I'll breathe once every 4 bars, right? I find for me this is a good enough frequency of breathing, but it's not, you know, too frequent to where it's a constant breaths and it's messing up my flow, right? And it's coming in at the wrong time, interrupting it, right? Right. I won't suggest that you do that. I say find your own, right? Experiment with, you know, with this when you're spitting your own bars, right? How often do you need to breathe, right? Are you breathing too often? Are you breathing too late? Whatever it is, experiment with it. For me, it's once in 4 bars, but it might not be the same for you, so I suggest you experiment with it. Right, the fourth thing is having low energy. Right, having low energy when you're spitting your bars, right? And the easiest way to fix this is to simply increase the volume of your voice when you're spitting your bars, right? Be a little louder, right? But energy doesn't just mean shouting or being more louder. Energy could be anything, right? All you simply have to do to add more energy to your bars, to your delivery, is to add an extra layer, right? Add an extra layer to your bars, to your flow, right? Add an extra layer to that, and this could be anything. This could be humor, could be an emotion like anger, sadness, whatever, right? Happiness, right? Just add an extra layer to that, and your energy will get better on that track. It will lure people in, make people want to listen. Okay, right? Now that you've heard these 4 points, right, how they stop you and how you can fix them, I'm gonna play 2 clips of me spitting the same verse, but one with implementing the 4 things I've talked about, and one with, that implementing, just, spitting like how you would if you weren't fully there with your delivery yet, and then you can compare them and see which one sounds better. Right?
Should it be good or evil? Living in the hood is lethal. I need to leave this space. It's a maze that's sick like disease and plagues. Gotta stay sharp like the blaze and the sword. Mom told me to put my faith in the Lord, but man got shanked and backed by Jesus Christ. Got enslaved and paid the deepest price. Should it be good or evil? Living in the hood is lethal. I need to leave this place. It's a maze that's sicker than disease and plagues. Gotta stay sharp like the blaze and the sword. Mom told me to put my faith in the Lord, but man got shanked in the back by Jesus Christ. Got enslaved and paid the deepest price.
So there you have it. I hope those 2 clips showed you how important your delivery is in sounding overall good and complementing your flow, right? It's really important. It's really overlooked, but there you go. And next video we'll be wrapping it up. I will touch on rhyming in the next video and how to put everything I've talked on this video all together, right? And that will be the next video. Hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks to everyone that subscribes and is watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.